Meet the families in Indonesia who dig up their dead relatives and hang out with them. Also, you can hire a home exorcist to help cleanse and sell your haunted house on the market. And a man survived a lightning strike that blew off his Crocs. These are the weird stories for Tuesday, all from Weird AF News. I'm your host, Jonesy. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. Happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into some weird stories from around the globe. Chewy, what are you doing? Oh, you're listening to Weird AF News. Cool. The families who dig up their dead relatives. Families gather to raise their dead loved ones from their tombs, clean and redress the corpses during this year's Manene ritual that honors the spirits of their mummified ancestors in Indonesia. Yeah, how would you like to dig up your ancestors and put new clothes on them? Great-great-great-great-grandmother needs a new pair of Jordans. Apparently, every August, the Torha community in South Sulawesi redress their relatives' bodies. They clean them, they speak with them, and they even light them cigarettes. I'm looking at photos of these people holding their dead relatives' bodies upright. It is so morbid. I can't believe they do this. Who am I to make fun of their traditions? But I tell you, this is morbid on a new level. The Toraja death rituals are considered the biggest celebration of life by people who believe the link between life and death is infinite. Well, maybe they have a very mature and advanced view and opinion on life and death, much more advanced than our own. They seem to be comfortable with death, clearly. They're dancing with their dead relatives. They're smoking cigarettes with them. They're pulling their great-great-great-great uncle out of the grave and smoking a doobie with the body. I mean, it's just... The tradition is entrenched in Toraja culture, who actually a largely Protestant Christian community in a Muslim-majority country. When loved ones die, families keep their bodies for many months, sometimes even years, in their own homes. Oh my goodness, really? That's a terrible smell. How do you deal with this? Do these people have no sense of smell? They're dangling corpses in front of each other's faces. It's just crazy. Tonkanan is a specific building designed to house the dead. Okay, so they put their dead relative in a tonkanan. I'm imagining a lot of incenses in there, I think. Anybody familiar with this? While the families mourn, prepare for burials, and save for the funeral, they often interact with the bodies as if they were alive by talking to them and even having them at the dinner table, including them in family meals. How are you eating your meals with a dead body at the table? Oh, man, this is something, man. The Torjan community considers death to be the most important aspect of life. The most important aspect of life? How about life being the most important aspect of life? They often get into crippling debt from paying for funerals. Oh, my goodness. They have these totally crazy funerals I can imagine. Just really advanced funerals. I mean, they probably rent a cruise ship for the dead relative. They spend months and months hanging out with the dead relative. That's a lot of money in funeral expenses. The annual visit to their loved ones is considered a second funeral, where they also clean or replace the coffins to prevent the bodies from decomposing. Well, that's lovely to keep the bodies from decomposing. That's nice. But, I mean, do you got to pull the body out of the coffin and, like, put it in a chair next to you, smoke a cigarette? It seems... Okay, all right. After the relatives have spent time with the dead and redress their bodies in coffins, they are usually reinterred with gifts in their ornate, colorful coffins. So they put gifts in there. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's common. That goes back to Egyptian times, for sure. The head of the Torajan branch of Amman, Eric Crystal Rante Alo, last year told the media, while it might seem strange to outsiders, it is actually a key part of their culture. Toraja people believe the spirit of the dead lives among us, the living, looking out for us, blessing us. That's why before the ritual of the burial is performed, they are called to makula, or just sick, not yet dead. They're called sick. They're not called dead. They're not dead yet. Toraja's people highly respect their dead. Visitors are welcome to visit the area during the ritual month of August and are encouraged to take part in the festivities. If you guys happen to be in Indonesia and you want to take part in what to me seems like one of the most morbid festivities I've ever seen, hit them up. I'm going to tell you right now, though, you want to bring some incense or uh, body spray. You can now hire a home exorcist to help cleanse and sell your haunted home. Good luck with that. Would you purchase a house rumored to be haunted? I've often wondered that myself. I can't afford a house, but actually I could probably only afford a haunted house at this point. Well, if you said you would not purchase a house that was haunted, you're among the 61% of Americans that would not buy a home if they thought that it was haunted, according to a study. To help owners of haunted homes cleanse their property, you can now hire a home exorcist to get rid of bad vibes, get rid of ghosts, get rid of demons. And you just might need this help because a study was done and they found that a home that was rumored to be haunted will stay on the market 133 days longer than the average home. And now to help you sell your home, isoldmyhouse.com is partnering to offer a home exorcism service, which is completely free. Their website explains how it all works. We've partnered with an exorcist to offer... You partnered with an exorcist? Unbelievable. To offer a home exorcism service that will ensure your property is empty of any apparitions and suitable for those 61% of Americans who would rather not buy a haunted house. The free service will be facilitated initially by a remote video call between the homeowner and our exorcist. Oh, you're going to exorcise the home over Zoom, are you? I'm sure that's going to work. Oh, no, it says here the exorcist will do the diagnosis over Zoom and offer advice on how to deal with any paranormal activity. In the case that a home visit is required, the homeowner and exorcist can discuss costs moving forward. Oh, I thought they were going to do it for free. No, they're going to link you up for free with someone who can do an exorcist, and then you're going to have to pay. You'll have to pay for an exorcist. I wonder what the going rate is to have your home exorcised. It's got to be like a couple grand, right? I'd imagine. Maybe it depends on how haunted your house is. It may take days for the exorcist to actually, get the job done. So, I mean, if your home's on top of one of those Native American burial grounds, man, you know how that happens all the time. Which reminds me, I just watched The Shining again, and I forgot that little tidbit. The actual hotel, they say, it's just a throwaway line, but the guy goes, yeah, it was built on top of an Indian burial ground. I forgot all about that. Yeah, you don't want to live in anything that's built on top of a Native American burial ground. We all know that. We saw Poltergeist. The article goes on to say, the study also found the most haunted states, according to where people report ghost sightings and hauntings. The top 10, according to the website, is Kansas, then Massachusetts at number 2, Texas, Washington, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Iowa, Kentucky, Alaska, Colorado. Well, I have to say, I'm pretty proud that Massachusetts, my home state, is up at number 2. That's pretty damn good. How haunted is Kansas? When I think of Kansas, I don't think of ghosts for sure. I think of tornadoes. The founder of isoldmyhouse.com has a quote to end this article. It says, with technology and camera quality getting better and better, it's no wonder that people are managing to capture evidence of potential paranormal activity. And as such, I think it's also no wonder that there is an increasing number of people who believe in ghosts, spirits, and the like. It's a subject that's really fascinating. That being said, trying to sell a house can be a stressful life event at the best of times, let alone when adding the possibility of a house being haunted into the mix. Sheesh. I hope this new service that we offer can really help to put people at ease and will continue to make house sales quick and easy for our customers, even if their house is haunted. I can't believe this is real. This is a real service. And of course, there's a link to request your own home exorcist. I want to just request a Zoom meeting with an exorcist person and just make shit up and have my roommate throw things across the screen. That would be so fun. Just throw like a can of tuna right across my face while I'm talking to the... Oh my... It's the can that's throwing things. I have never experienced a ghost, unfortunately. I've always wanted to. I love that kind of stuff. Have you guys got any experiences you'd like to share? Call the show, 646-450-2012. Did you mistakenly buy a haunted house? Oh, sheesh. I feel so bad for you. You're in lockdown during a pandemic inside a haunted house. My goodness, can't get any worse than that. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
Hey, hey, baby. I got weird news for you. Oh, and it's crazy. This here weird news. And it's daily for you.
Yay! A British Columbia man survived a lightning strike in his underwear and Crocs. That was it. Just underwear and Crocs. Bam. A man in Bowen Island, British Columbia, says he survived a recent lightning strike that blew his Crocs right off his feet. Oh no. During a mid-August thunderstorm, Cal Meisner said he went out to close the windows on his truck. What was he wearing? Well, his underwear and a trusty pair of Crocs. You know, the suit that he gets it on in. I was just about to make some love to my lady. I was in my underwear and Crocs. That's how she likes it. I had one foot on the running board, the other on the ground. In my right hand, well, I was clutching the ignition. That's when I got a shock I'll never forget, man. Won't forget that shock. Woo! Dang, blew my Crocs right off my feet. I heard an unbelievably loud bang. I think the whole truck was energized, right? I felt it, right? Came up my right leg. It went out my left leg. It basically blew my Croc shoe right across the road. Just laid me right on the ground, man. I was right on the ground. I saw my Croc across the road. Wow. I had one Croc on, one Croc off. Lightning just blew off my Croc. Meisner said he believes he was conscious for most of this. He recalled crawling to the house for help. Said his wife remembers finding him by the truck, helping him inside. What about the Croc? What I do know is my legs weren't working properly. I actually felt at the time like they were both broken, maybe, you know. But my Crocs were in some pretty good shape. I was happy about that because those are my favorite Crocs. After half an hour, the feeling in his legs came back. The paramedics arrived, but he did not go to the hospital. What a man! What a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man! Wearing Crocs! After a half an hour, the feeling in his legs came back. As I said, am I repeating myself? I got thrown off by singing What a Man. A week and a half later, let's get to a week later. Meisner told the media he feels fantastic. He also feels very lucky. So lucky that he decided to play the lottery. It's funny, you know, that's one of the first things I did the following day. I went online and bought my lotto tickets. You know, I figured I'm pretty lucky. Why not push it? While science says that the shoes did not save him, he said he's still glad he had them on. They will definitely be my lucky shoes to the end, I know. They're not very flattering in terms of a fashion statement, of course, but I have a newfound appreciation for Crocs, for sure. Pretty much saved my life, those Crocs. Oh, yeah. Well, finally, the Crocs are coming through. The official white trash footwear has saved somebody's life. Maybe we'll all look on Crocs in a different light after this. In fact, if I was the Crocs company, I would just put right on the box, or however you buy Crocs. Do you buy them in a box? I don't know. I imagine you just buy them with a little piece of plastic that links them together. Like, they don't come in a box, Jonesy. What are you talking about? Yeah, they should. Anyways, they should advertise that, hey, it could save you from a lightning strike. Crocs. Probably won't get you laid, but it'll save you in a thunderstorm. Crocs. Of course your friends will laugh at you. But who will have the last laugh after a thunderstorm? Crocs. Hey, my weirdos. Thanks for joining me. Did you appreciate my Chewbacca impression? I knew you would. I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Weird AF News till the end. What would I do without you, my loyal listeners? I appreciate you so very much. I appreciate those of you who have reached out to me, emailed me articles, and left me a review, such as LD4NFL on iTunes. Gave me 5 stars. Great way to start the day. Think it's too difficult to find a closet-produced podcast featuring strange but true stories? No, not if you listen to comedian Jonesy and Weird AF News. Do yourself a favor. Start your day with a few laughs. Thanks, Jonesy. Thank you, LD4NFL. That's got to stand for something. I wish I knew. Please email me and tell me so I can give you a proper shout out. All right? funnyjones@gmail. Also, I got 5 stars from Trent Sanderson on iTunes as well. Trent wrote, amazing podcast. Great listen. Been listening for a while now, and I'm really enjoying it. Jones is extremely funny. Thank you, Trent Sanderson, for that. Love you, buddy. I appreciate you guys leaving me reviews. It really makes my heart just melt. Oh, God. I just love you guys. It's really touching me. You can also touch me by joining the Patreon. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. You get extra bonus episodes. You get to see pictures of Jonesy's tattoos with an explanation of what it means. I don't even know if people like that shit, but they seem to. So check out the Patreon. You can also download my comedy album. Why not? Download the damn thing. I know it's a year old, but what the hell, I'm not doing shows anytime soon, so you might as well download my comedy album. Get a dose of that. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. Follow me on Instagram at FunnyJones. On Facebook, it's Comedian Jonesy, and on Twitter, it's at FunnyJones as well. The number to the show, 646-450-2012. That's enough business, would you say?